Money Moves with Myth 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a mother movie. So today we're gonna be reacting to uh Keek's travels. Um and I was interested in reacting to this video because she said I quit my career to save my life, and now I'm 28 traveling and hoping everything works out. So we're gonna check it out. We're gonna see what's up, and make sure you guys subscribe. Let's hop straight into the content.
I am a 28-year-old woman with no kids and trying to figure out life. So there was this neurosurgeon that came across my recommended on YouTube. And essentially, this guy quit being a neurosurgeon to pursue being unemployed. If you don't know who he is, really cool guy to subscribe to. I have learned a lot from him. When I watched this video for the first time, I don't know, this is probably what...
Hey, this woke, so-called woke culture is toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause back in the day, before social media and stuff like that, women were home with their husbands. A lot more women were getting married. Um, and now women will see a video and be like, oh, they get a bright idea. Like, she could be married or whatever, and she'll get a bright idea from somebody, from a post, and it might not be the best decision for her, But these new modern people, man, like, you know, they're insane.
6 months ago or so, when I watched this video for the first time, there were so many parallels with his story and my story. By no means was I a neurosurgeon, but I was in the military for nearly 6 years. I was active. And then one day I decided to not even just quiet quit, to just simply no longer renew my contract. Now, at the time, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I just knew that I could not live that life any longer. At that time, there were a lot of good things that were happening to me. Don't get me wrong, a lot of good things. But also at that time, I remember how sad I was and how incomplete I felt. I felt the least creative I have ever been. I felt the most complacent, and I also felt just very lost. I had a career.
There we go. We're getting into the feelings of everything. You know, a lot of people today think that they don't have to. They're unsure about a lot of things, for sure. But when it comes to modern women, like, um, um, you know, when you're feeling lost and you don't really know what to do, usually that's where people will go to God. They might pray, or if they have a male figure or somebody with leadership qualities, like a man, then you would go to a man. But a lot of these chicks, they just go off of how they feel, and we know that feelings are not accurate, guys. The feelings are not always accurate. Sometimes, like, I might have a dream, which I do. I might have a dream that I'm in World War II, and and it's all type of crazy stuff going on, and I might wake up feeling some type of way, but I don't apply that to my life. But let's keep it moving.
I had a stable job, stable life, easy life, actually, and I gave it up. And so this neurosurgeon went through many, many years of school and training and residency and whatever else this neurosurgeon had to do.
And she started talking about this other guy. And I know exactly the guy she's talking about, the so called doctor dude. But the thing that a lot of these other people don't understand about content creators, like you don't know how much money this, because a neurosurgeon makes a lot of money. Like maybe he was saving up his money, like a lot of money, so he can do what he's doing right now. Because you're in a better position being a neurosurgeon than being somebody who just hop out the military. So basically, I think that a lot of people got it all mixed up when like they view a video or view somebody's video, and instead of thinking outside the box and about things, they take exactly what the content creators are saying for face value, and a lot of times that might not be the best thing for you. But let's keep it moving.
To become a doctor, in the end, it wasn't something that he wanted to do with his life. If he continued down this path, he knew that if he continued being a neurosurgeon, that would be the reason he would just not live anymore. Like, he would die. He would die from continuing being a neurosurgeon. Now, I didn't feel that I would die if I continued being in the military, but I did feel that if I continued being in the military, I would be happy. I feel like I would not find happiness. And I think that's what was really important to me, is that I was extremely unhappy. And I couldn't understand why. I didn't know why. There were a lot of other things that happened while I was in the military that led to me leaving, which I think was the best decision for me at the time. I don't regret leaving at all. For the past 3 years, I have been traveling the world. The courage people have to just quit. I feel like quitting is typically one of those things that is frowned upon and
You see, quitting is not good for everybody. This is exactly what I'm saying right here. Like, people will look at a video like this and they'll just go straight to the quitting part and traveling the world. But we don't know, like, I don't know how much money Keeks Travel had saved up in the military to travel. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are barely making it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, majority of the population is barely making it. So, I can't understand that, a lot of people don't get the chance to see the world and stuff like that. But you got to have money to do so. You got to have your things in order. Or if you don't have things in order to make this money or business or whatever, then you're going to get left behind. But let's keep it moving.
Taboo, even in a lot of cultures, a lot of people encourage you to see it through. Everything will work out. Just see it through. They don't want you to quit things that you've already put so much time into. Why would you quit? Why would you not continue with the path that you're supposed to be on? Why would you go through 15 years of schooling to be a neurosurgeon to quit? Why would you go through years of training and continued education to be in the military? Why would you do that? That would be all for nothing, right? Well, it wasn't all for nothing. Actually, that's exactly how my life was supposed to be designed. That's where I was supposed to be at that point in time in my life. And this is where I'm supposed to be at this point in time. I just think I'm struggling with trying to figure out what I want to do. On the bright side, because I have been traveling, because I have been getting more creative and learning more about myself and who I am and what I'm capable of, I have learned more about myself and have done more in the 3 years that I have been out of the military than when I was in. Even though I'm still figuring things out. And though online it looks like I have my ish together, that's just not the truth. And so I am getting closer to knowing exactly like this is my purpose. When I left the military, it was a very, very, very difficult transition into the civilian world. It took a while to adjust. And I think one of the main things that I didn't realize until I left was the stability. The military is a very, very stable situation to be in.
You see, making impulse decisions on how you feel. I'm not saying she made the wrong decision. I'm not saying she made the right decision. But when you go off how you feel and not logic and not have a concrete plan of where you're going, then you never know where you're going to end up, you know. And then you might be like the 57-year-old lady who regrets something down the line. But let's keep it moving.
Because everything is taken care of for you. And so when that is all like ripped away and you're kind of thrown out into the real world, it's a huge adjustment. But was it the right time? Absolutely. Absolutely. There is like no better time for me to leave than at the time and the age that I was. I just can't imagine riding out this career until I complete my 20 years. And then when I'm 40 or close to 40, I look back and I'm at this exact point that I am at 28. Confused, still searching, still traveling, still trying to figure it out. So I thought to myself, would I rather be approaching 40 or in my 40s trying to figure it out? Or would I rather be in my 20s trying to figure it out? I am glad that I made that decision. I'm so glad that I made the decision because 1 year after leaving the military, I was able to find something that I really love to do. And that was to create travel content. I think I became really, really good at sharing what I know about the world online with other people, and I'm an educator at heart. I never realized that until I actually started posting online and sharing my life and my story and educating others online. I don't think that I would have.
You got another lady who quit a career because of YouTube. You know, that's absolutely sad. YouTube and content creation should be the plan B. You know, and A is stability. But like I said, I'm not in her pockets. I don't know how much money she got, you know, to do what she's doing. But you can't go off other people's videos and be like, oh, this is what I'm about to do. You know, you gotta think about where you're at. You know, think about where you're at in your life, and you know, and think about how you can input some things so you won't really mess up what you got going on. But let's keep it moving.
Have been brave enough to do those things if I was still in the military, or even have the idea to even do those things. Where I am right now is pursuing that. I think it just feels a bit isolating to go through this process or this transition into entrepreneurship alone. I'm starting to get into the thick of it, and it's just a lot of work. It's really, really tough. It's not easy. I don't see myself going back to the traditional 9-to-5 life. That's just not what is in the cards for me. If you're someone who has ever thought...
You see, you got a lot of people who see these $20 million houses and see people traveling around the world, and a lot of people decide that they don't want to do the 9-to-5 lifestyle no more, and they don't understand how difficult it could be for some people to just rely off of them starting their own business or something like that. You know, I'm not saying that it can't work. It could work, but at the same time, no matter what you do in life, you have to put work in, and you have to think strategically about it, because you don't want to get down the line and then regret, have a bag full of regrets of what you should have did and how it could have been, you know, because it seems like this lady was in the military for a little while, so probably like another 10 years, she could have been retired at 40. She could have been probably been retired at 40 or 38 or something like that, with a pension coming in from the military from putting in her time. But nobody knows what her future holds but her. So guys, does it make sense? Hit the comments, and I'm gonna holler at you guys on the next video. I'm not gonna review the whole thing, but if you guys want to support this content creator, her name is Keeks Travels. I'm gonna holler at you guys on the next video. Over and out.